upon going to Interscope, it was really funny because it was all politics. Like, I didn't think that J Records wanted me there anymore because I was being told something else by someone who wanted to bring me over. I can't really disclose that person's name.
Right.
So I was actually brought over to Interscope with that person. You know, that was their whole plan, was to get me thinking that J Records didn't want me there for me to leave, and that's what happened, you know. So I ended up going over there to Interscope, and that's where I met 50 Cent, because Chris Lighty was my manager already at the time when I got to Interscope, and he was like, you know, Schiff and Dr. Dre are looking for, you know, some new artists, and it was kind of like between them, and obviously 50 won the battle, and that's how I became the first lady of G-Unit. But it was an all-politics move because he was definitely the baby of Interscope. Like, anything that M or 50 wanted, Jimmy Iovine, you know, was 100% behind it, so he gave him the green light to get me, and Fifth won.
Wow. Now, what was that experience like, being the first lady of G-Unit? What are some of the unique challenges that you face as the only female in your crew?
Well, first of all, I'm just so blessed to always be everybody's first. I just feel so special. And it was a different experience, but personally, I've always been around a lot of men. A lot of my best friends are male. You know, two of my brothers. I have two brothers, and I hang with them all the time also. So, I mean, the only difference was that I had to walk around they had to walk around bulletproof vests. I had to drive around in a bulletproof truck. That was the only difference, getting used to that, because, you know, Fifth had all of his beef, and he wanted me next to him at all times. So that was probably, you know, the toughest part. My mom was usually worried about things, but he always spoke to them and let them know that I was okay. But, you know, to know that your one and only daughter has to be around this type of stuff, that was probably the hardest thing for them to deal with.
Wow. Now, it's been reported that, you know, at first there were rumors about the reason that you left G-Unit, but you said publicly that you left just because you didn't want to do what you wanted to do was more R&B, and you didn't feel that was the direction they were taking you in. What has happened between the time of your separation from G-Unit until now?
I was just touring. I was touring overseas all the time. I was doing shows, and that's probably why people thought that I stopped doing music, which is funny to me because I'll never stop doing that unless I lose my voice. And that's all I've been doing. I was working that whole time and rebranding because I didn't want to come back and be solo and have everybody still say Olivia from G-Unit or ex-member G-Unit. I wanted them to just say Olivia.